Max Holloway. That name still echoes in every MMA fan's mind. And now UFC legend Alexander Volkanovski is stepping forward, saying what many are already thinking. Max deserves another title shot. Not just any title shot, a real one, against Ilia Topuria. When asked about what's next for the featherweight and lightweight divisions, Volkanovski didn't hesitate. He was honest, clear, and deeply respectful of Max's accomplishments. Max beat Justin Gaethje. He also beat Dustin Poirier, who just fought for the title, Volk explained. These aren't mid-tier guys. These are the top two dogs in the division, the ones you have to beat to get that shot. Volkanovski was making a strong case. He wasn't talking hype or fan favoritism, he was talking facts. Max stepped into lightweight, took on the best of the best, and won. And those wins weren't just close fights, they were clear, dominant performances. He made something else very clear. These are his only two fights at lightweight, and he beat the top guys. That says it all, right? You could hear the frustration mixed with admiration in his voice, like he couldn't believe how some people were even questioning Max's place in line. You'd think Max would be next, he added, right? But Volk wasn't blind to the rest of the picture. He mentioned other rising stars too. There's also Arman Tsarukyan, he said. That guy's been putting in work. People know he's got potential. He even brought up a spicy possible matchup with Paddy Pimblett. They did the face-off, remember? There's some bad blood, Volk said. He wasn't sure if that fight was official or just a publicity spark, but he admitted it might be more about entertainment than actual rankings. Still, after all that, he landed back on Max. Max's next fight could be for the title, Volk said firmly, and that would be fair. That one word, fair, meant everything. In his eyes, fighting should reward results, not noise. Max has already done what most can't. He didn't ignore the hype that others bring, but he reminded everyone that accomplishment should outweigh marketing. No matter how flashy a new contender looks, Max has already walked the walk. Whether it's Tsarukyan waiting for his turn, Paddy chasing attention, or Topuria holding onto the belt, Volkanovski is convinced. Max Holloway deserves that shot. It's a statement that fuels the already blazing debate. Rankings, timing, popularity, merit, they all swirl around UFC matchmaking, but Volk cut through it. He's been there. He knows how tough it is. And in his eyes, the next shot should go to Max. Now let's talk about someone who's reached the end of his journey, Dustin Poirier. It hurts, doesn't it? Knowing he didn't get that perfect send-off we all hoped for. After losing to Max Holloway, Dustin has decided it's time. But rather than sadness, what shines through is peace. He shared his thoughts with MMA Junkie, and his words hit different. I feel content. I feel happy with my career, Dustin said calmly. Sure, I wish last night went a little differently, but that's fighting. That's the kind of acceptance that comes from years in the fire. He knows how unpredictable this sport can be. You train for months, you give everything, and still the result can slip away. But even in defeat, Dustin was full of gratitude. I really had a good time out there, he said with a smile. I enjoyed the love, seeing all the energy. It's been an incredible journey. What an experience. And when he says incredible, he means every part of it, not just the wins, not just the belts, but the blood, sweat, and pain too. The nights he doubted himself, the nights he fought anyway. He's learned so much. I'm just thankful, he said, his voice filled with emotion. All those years taught me more than I could imagine. He even shared what it was like after the fight. Right after, I thought I did enough to win, he admitted. But then I watched it back, and I saw something different. That moment right there shows just how real Dustin is. Inside the cage, everything feels like chaos. Outside, when you rewatch it, the truth hits different. I saw Max winning rounds, landing more shots, he said. What I felt and what I saw were two completely different things. And when he looked at his own performance, he saw something unusual. I wanted one more war, he said, and Max gave it to me. But I also felt like I wasn't taking as many chances. I was protecting myself more. That's not the Dustin we're used to, the one who would walk through fire just to land a clean shot. But this time, something had changed. I never fought like that before, he admitted. Maybe that's a sign that the decision to retire was the right one. He talked about his family, his health. You could feel it. He wasn't just saying goodbye to fighting. He was walking towards something better, toward peace, toward life. And that's the legacy of Dustin Poirier, a warrior who gave it all, who fought the best, who stood in the cage when most men would crumble. And even though his story didn't end with a title raised high, it ended with dignity, with love, with pride. Now let's shift gears a bit, because something wild is happening in the background. Ilia Topuria posted a picture of the BMF belt after Holloway's win, claiming, "Still mine." Wait, what? He wasn't even part of the fight, so what's he trying to say? Well, Jack Della Maddalena didn't let that slide. He posted on Instagram resharing the photo with the comment, "Little fella is a little confused." Sharp, director, subtle shade, but he didn't stop there. Jack dropped another comment, "It's actually mine." That wasn't just banter. That was a clear message. I'm the one who should be talked about here, not you. This could be the start of something bigger. Two rising stars throwing shots, not in the cage, but online. That's how rivalries start in today's world. A few posts, a few words, then boom, fans are picking sides and matchmakers are taking notes. And Max Holloway? Yeah, he noticed the nonsense too. When asked about Ilya flaunting that BMF belt, Max didn't hold back. He was calm, but you could feel the bite in his words. It just makes no sense, he said. Walking around with it. Whatever. The UFC didn't even put it up. He pointed out how ridiculous it was. Did you see Islam Makhachev walk around with the belt after beating Volk twice? Number the belt wasn't on the line. That's not how it works. Then Max said something that made fans laugh and shake their heads. Why spend money on a belt like that? That's just crazy to me. I know you're rich now, but come on. Max clearly doesn't take Ilya's belt flashing seriously, and in his eyes, titles have to be earned. In the octagon, not in your online cart. Meanwhile, something else is brewing at heavyweight. Alex Pereira posted a clip showing he's walking around at 247 pounds. Yeah, you heard that right. 247 pounds. Naturally, fans went wild. Is he moving up to heavyweight? Was he just flexing? Or teasing? Tom Aspinall saw it. And his reaction? Classic Tom. Calm, respectful, but ready for whatever. Yeah, it'd be interesting to fight Alex, he said. Any fight is interesting to me. I don't need much to say yes. Just tell me who and I'm in. No drama, no trash talk. Just that pure fighter energy. You tell Tom who's next, and he's in. But he also added something thoughtful. If I were Alex, I'd want that rematch with Magomed Ankalaev. Get the light heavyweight belt back first. See, Tom gets it. He knows Alex is a star, but he also knows the smart move might be to handle business at 205 before stepping into the land of giants. Still, he wasn't surprised by the weight reveal. That kind of weight is normal for big light heavyweights, he said. They blow up after fights. It's nothing unusual. Tom also pointed out how smart Alex's team is. They know how to make noise online. It's part of the game. Keep people talking. At the end of the day, Tom summed it up perfectly. Maybe he's teasing. Maybe he's serious. I don't know. But if it happens, I'm ready. That's what makes Tom Aspinall different. He doesn't chase fights. He just stays ready. And if Pereira does make that jump, you better believe Tom's not going to back down. Now let's talk about the firestorm between Jon Jones and Dana White. At the UFC 318 post-fight press conference, Dana White made a comment that got everyone talking, especially Jon. The UFC has this massive White House card coming up, and fans were wondering if Jon Jones would be a part of it, a chance to fight on the biggest stage, represent the sport, represent the country, but Dana poured cold water on that hope. He said he wasn't comfortable putting Jon in that kind of position. I can't risk putting him in a big spot and have something go wrong, Dana said. The words were cautious, hesitant, almost like he didn't trust Jon to show up. The implication was loud and clear. Jon's past controversies, the missed fights, the legal troubles, they're still fresh in Dana's mind. And Jon, he heard it, and he wasn't happy. He took to X and posted a response that was calm but filled with frustration just beneath the surface. Jon Jones didn't stay silent after Dana White's comments. At the UFC 318 presser, Dana said he couldn't risk putting Jon in a high-profile fight like the White House card. A clear hint at Jon's past. Jon fired back calmly but with weight. I heard the comments. A little disappointed, he wrote. But I'm still in the testing pool, training hard and ready for whatever comes next. He explained why the White House fight mattered to him. It gives me a deeper reason to fight. Not for money or titles, but for my country. That gives me purpose. He ended with quiet resolve. I'll keep grinding. I'm ready for July 4th. Jon isn't chasing just legacy now. He's fighting to prove he's changed. The question is, will Dana give him that shot? Meanwhile, Max Holloway had no patience for Ilia Topuria's antics with the BMF belt. Ilya earned a shot, sure, Max said, but what he's doing now makes no sense. The belt wasn't even on the line. He laughed off the belt, flexing. Why spend money on a fake belt? That's crazy. I know you're rich, but still. To Max, belts are earned in the cage, not bought or claimed on social media. Then came the surprise from Alex Pereira, a video showing him at 247 pounds. Heavyweight rumors exploded. Tom Aspinall, cool as ever. Yeah, I'd fight him, Tom said. Just tell me who and I'm in. He thinks Alex should finish business at light heavyweight first. Go get that belt back from Ankalaev, he said. Still, Tom respects the hustle. Maybe he's serious, maybe not. But if the fight happens, I'll be ready. Now we're all asking, will Max get his title shot? Is Dustin Poirier really done? Will Jon fight on July 4th? Is Jack Della Maddalena lining up for the BMF belt? Can Ilya hold on to the spotlight? Will Pereira step into the heavyweight storm? One thing's clear, MMA never sleeps. Every week, new stories, more drama, more heart. Stick with us. Like, subscribe, and stay ready, just like these fighters.